Well, the scores really don't matter except for everybody did demonstrate that they had the knowledge about the chief's position. And that's really, really great because it means that I have probably a good pool of applicants with the knowledge.
Now, you just said, you said they don't really matter. In what way do they not matter?
Well, it matters in that, and maybe let me just rephrase it, the scores matter, I believe I said, Robert, because they all passed, but in terms of whether or not we're using the score itself to determine the best applicant, that is not, how that's done. Everybody gets to take the test, and if you have the knowledge, then you meet, that criteria. And then we get into the other process.
How many do you plan to interview, Mayor?
Well, in the beginning, I think in my press release, I said, Erin, that we're going to actually do a screening process with every applicant. We're going to make that contact before the week is out and see if everybody is willing to come in and sit with us. And I'm going to do all 19 if they want to come and just talk about, themselves before I get into the real process in terms of the interview. We'll do an in-depth interview with the finalists. But right now, I want to talk with everybody.
If you had to give me your top 3 qualities for your next police chief, what would you put on that list?
Well, I want somebody who first has a servant heart. And next, I would like to have somebody who has the knowledge and somebody who has the experience and someone who has a proven track record of, the integrity and honesty and someone that has proven themselves in terms of how to lead law enforcement agencies. So I really need to look at all of those criteria.
If in a best case scenario, would you go local?
Robert, I'm not going to make any decisions about that right now until I actually sit down to talk to the applicant. I'm open. Everything is on the table. I just want to get the best person for the city of Shreveport, someone who's going to really lead and help us. Given
the atmosphere of America today, relations between police and, let's just say, the public, there's more pressure now on police leaders across America. What kind of quality, what kind of question do you ask to assess the ability to handle that kind of pressure?
Well, here again, I'm going to actually delve into the background of each of the finalists. I'm going to, find out if they know best practices, if they've been leading in any manner, if they have the trust of those that they've led. All of those issues are going to be really important. Do they have a demonstrated record of really caring about the people they serve? And that's going to be really, really important. I'm not a politician, so I don't want a politician. I want somebody who really has a proven track record of serving, somebody who can lead, somebody who can ensure our citizens that we're going to create a safe environment. And, I've got to make sure that I look at every applicant, look at the references, and delve into, background and all of that. We're going to really, really do a thorough job on this one because it is important, Robert, as you said, around the country. We have a lot of issues and dynamics, particularly between law enforcement at this point and also citizens. So
that leads me to your event Saturday. Folks need to know about this. Tell us about it, what it's called, and what your goal is.
Okay, the event Saturday, of course, is entitled "It's Everyone's Concern: A Conversation on Crime and Violence." And Erin, thank you for asking that because I'm actually set up to do a lot of PSAs today about the event on Saturday. We've been trying to get the word out. Number one, the main goal is to engage this community with law enforcement agencies, and that's all law enforcement agencies. Certainly the city is trying to lead this effort, but we can't do it by ourselves. We actually must have other law enforcement agencies and other law enforcement partners along with citizens, because it is everyone's concern. We can't be in everybody's doorway, on everybody's street, every moment, 24/7. So we're going to have everybody involved to make sure that we can reduce crime and make sure that people feel safe.
Again, where and when is that?
That's going to be this Saturday at Southwood High School, 9000 Walker Road. And, of course, that's here in Shreveport at from 10 to 2 o'clock. We have breakout sessions. And in those breakout sessions, we have citizens and law enforcement personnel that will be actually working with the groups. And we're looking for probably 500 plus people to show up, because we've done, I think, a pretty good job of putting the word out. We tried to market what it is that we're trying to get done, and we've had some great response from our community. So we're excited. Our first breakout session is social media and crime prevention, how to interact with police, how to resolve conflict, juvenile crime, domestic violence.